So I'm Ben. I've had about 13 hours of lessons, 13, 14 hours of lessons, and then I've done about 35, 40 hours driving in our own car, my girlfriend's car. Yeah, so that's what I've done so far. I've got a driving test in Worthing in a week and a half. So yeah, I failed my first driving test with 7 minors and then 1 major. And so I just want to try and make sure that I'm definitely ready to do the next one. I went through a tunnel and there were no give way signs, but I was the first one into the tunnel, and then a car waited for me on the other side, and then there was a parked car as well, and I went too close to the parked car, and so they put it as a meeting junction, and that was the major. Just, yeah, the instructor said move over, and I was just a bit too close to the parked car.
And do you think you could pass the mock test today?
I hope so. We'll find out, I guess.
What would you say your chances are of passing this one?
I'm a bit nervous, so I'm going to say 70, 75. Yeah.
You're allowed up to 15 driving faults during the test, often called minor faults. These aren't potentially dangerous, but if you keep making the same fault throughout your test, then it could become a serious fault. Get a serious or dangerous fault and it's a driving test foul. A serious fault is something that could potentially be dangerous, and a dangerous fault involves actual danger to either yourself, the examiner, another person or property. Have a look at our free online driving modules on our website for tips on how to deal with junctions, roundabouts, and the different driving test manoeuvres. Don't forget, it's completely free. There's a link in the description below. Let's catch up with Ben as he's about to start his mock driving test.
Tell me, how would you know you've got a problem with the ABS?
So the ABS, the light would come on and let you know that there's a problem with the braking system.
Okay, thanks. Drive on when you're ready then, please.
Okay.
A good start to the driving test, getting the tell me question correct. A show me question will be asked later. I've never met Ben before, so it'd be interesting to see how he gets on today. Hopefully, we'll have a nice relaxing drive. Normally on a quiet road like this, you'd signal when it's safe to move off. If you want to wait for an approaching vehicle, then don't signal. Good mirrors and blind spot check. He's not going to be following directions given by the sat-nav straight away. Instead, I'll be giving Ben directions to start with. Only follow the sat-nav when the examiner tells you to. I like the way he's looking across the corner, ready for whatever's next. Planning ahead and anticipating potential hazards is so important.
At the end of the road, turn left, please.
Good mirror checks. The curb gradually goes round, and Ben follows it really well. This good position will help when he emerges out, so that he doesn't swing far from the curb. A busy first junction. Stay calm and patient, just wait for that safe opportunity. Ben noticed the signal went off and put it straight back on. He moved off well.
Take the next road on the left, please.
Ben slows down and changes down to second before checking the mirrors and signal. If there was a driver close behind, then they might wonder what he's doing and why he's slowing down. You would normally check mirrors, signal, and then slow down. At this speed, a cyclist could catch up with you on the left. Before moving to the left, check the interior and then left mirror. Ben forgot the mirror checks. This is a driving fault. You're allowed 15 of these, but if you keep making the same driving fault, then eventually it would be a serious fault and a test foul.
At the end of the road, turn left, please.
Ben's driving at a good speed down this road, ready for any pedestrians stepping out, maybe car doors opening, or oncoming vehicles. Ben's followed the curb round well. He's got a good position. It's tricky to see of the parked cars. I like the way he's leaning forward. Lots of observations there. A good safe junction.
That was a bit bumpy, that.
Double bend ahead. Nice smooth steering. He's doing a good job controlling the speed downhill. I'm pleased he's not cutting the corner.
She's not going to cross, is she? No.
The pedestrian back there didn't have priority to cross, but it was still good to be careful.
Pull up on the left in a safe place, please.
Good mirror checks. And he parked well.
Okay, thanks.
This is where Ben's independent driving begins, following directions from the sat-nav.
No problem.
I'll let you know when the independent driving's finished. Drive on when you're ready.
Okay.
When you do pull up, remember to cancel your signal. Good checks.
After 100 yards, go left on the roundabout and take the first exit. Go left on the roundabout and take the first exit.
A slight delay moving off, but he hasn't affected anyone. Before moving out around parked vehicles, you should check the interior and right-hand mirror for anyone overtaking you, especially motorcyclists. Then check the mirrors to move back in after. This is a driving fault.
After 200 yards, cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
Ben has to follow the road ahead at this roundabout and take the second exit.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
To avoid getting in the way of drivers in the right-hand lane, Ben will need to keep in the left, outside lane.
Bit too close on that. Close.
It's safer to see a bit of road in between us and them, especially if it's a learner driver. We don't want to pressurise them, and they might roll back. It's quite busy. Hopefully Ben will take a good, safe opportunity. A good opportunity to go, and he keeps in position.
After 300 yards, sharp right.
When it says sharp right, it actually means take the next road on the right this time.
Okay, thanks.
If the sat-nav gives any confusing directions, then the examiner will help and explain where you need to go. Ben reacted well, and I'm pleased he waited. Sometimes it's hard to work out where the siren's coming from. Keep a good lookout and use your mirrors.
Sharp right.
Pedestrians don't have priority here, but as Ben couldn't go much further, it's okay to let them cross this time, but always consider how it might impact drivers behind. Ben positioned the car well in this central area, out of the way of drivers behind. I'm glad he's careful with this other driver, who's now let him go. Overall, a good turn.
Pull up on the left in a safe place, please.
Good mirror checks. You can expect the examiner to pull you over a few times to see how you park and move off again.
Drive on when you're ready.
While you're waiting, to save time, get all your checks done so that once they've passed, you can signal and go straight away if it's safe. But if you observe too early, then you'll have to observe again for the most up-to-date information. Good all-round checks.
Sorry. Still getting used to the clutch.
Ben's doing the right thing and holding back. There's not enough room to overtake safely.
Turn left, then take the third left.
Good mirror checks. This hill is quite steep, and it looks like he's going to try a hill start without using the parking brake. He moves off safely without rolling back or stalling. Good job.
That's the first left. Well, I might go back down in a second there. Oh, sorry.
He accidentally went into fourth gear, but saved it quickly before the car stalled. Lost a bit of momentum on the hill, but picking up speed now.
After 200 yards, turn left.
Just coming up again.
Turn left. After 200 yards, turn right, then take the second right.
Ben's driving at a good safe speed, judging the gap really well. The next junction has a slightly awkward angle. Let's see how he deals with it.
Turn right, then take the second right.
This is tricky, this one. Nothing coming there.
I'm pleased he was careful, and leaning forward really helped. Although to help see at that junction, he could have made it easier by positioning the car to have an angle a bit more left.
Turn right.
Good effective observations at junctions are so important, and Ben does well here. Before moving out around parked vehicles, check the interior and then the right hand mirror for anyone who might be overtaking you, especially motorcyclists. The speed limit is now 40 miles per hour, but has Ben noticed, and will he try and speed up to make some progress on this clear road? Although the bright sun was affecting the camera, it was safe to make a bit more progress here. There's no one behind, so not worth a fault this time. Ben's pressing the clutch and coasting, as he changes down from fourth to third, to second,
Oh, sorry.
and now first. Coasting makes the car freewheel, and you lose engine braking. This is a driving fault. He also didn't check the interior mirror before slowing down to see how close any following traffic is. To avoid coasting in that situation, slow down in the gear that you're in, and then you can skip gears or block gear change to a gear suitable for your speed. So he could have pressed the clutch much later and changed from fourth straight to first after he stopped. Ben's going straight on across this 40-mile-per-hour road. It's very busy, but he hasn't missed any chances to go. You've just got to be patient and wait for that safe opportunity to go. Don't let any drivers behind pressurise you in going when it's unsafe. Really good observations, and he got across safely.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit.
12
Then
o'clock, so I'm going to
turn
indicate.
left.
Ben has to go ahead at the mini roundabout, second exit. No signal is needed here as it's almost straight ahead. But it wasn't worth a fault this time.
2 seconds.
Turn left, then bear left.
Is it just here? Yeah. It's coming.
Bear left.
Left. Sorry, I'll put in the wrong. Yeah, but we got. Yeah. I'm going to blame that on the car. New car for me.
Until today, Ben hasn't driven this car before.
After 500 yards, turn left, then turn right.
Don't forget, before moving back to the left after parked vehicles, check the interior and then left mirror for any cyclists. At this speed, they could catch us up.
So 500 is quite a long time. So we've got 30 here. Don't need to go 30 though, but is it okay if I talk to myself?
Of course, yeah, no problem.
I always think it's crazy that it's 30 and 40 around these bendy roads. We haven't got any cars behind us, so I'm not going. There's a guy in the middle of the road. I'm not going too slowly. Now we're coming up to the left turn. Stay away from here. Mirrors. Indicate. Left hand
Turn
side.
left, then turn right.
So I'm going to be on the left hand side. Gear. Have a look.
Really good position and observations. Look how he's not staring at one point, but keeping himself up to date by looking right and left continuously. By observing properly, he's keeping himself and others safe. Top marks.
After 100 yards, turn right. Turn right.
Ben positioned well in the centre, but if there were drivers behind, then he should have driven in the centre a little earlier to help them pass on the left. The speed limit is 40 miles per hour, but it doesn't mean it's safe to do 40. This road is tight with oncoming vehicles. While it's not something you have to do on a test, talking through your observations and decisions as you're driving can help, but it's not for everyone.
After 300 yards, bear right.
Before slowing down, you should check the interior mirror to see how close following traffic is.
When it says bear right, this time it means at the end of the road turn right.
Okay, great, thanks. So I'm not going to indicate yet because there's a turning there. So we go past that turning. And I'll mirror this indicate.
Bear right.
It's Let's have a look. There's nothing coming.
It's a tricky angle, but good observations.
It's 30 here. 20 on school light shows. Not showing.
By talking through your observations, like spotting hazards or reading road signs, you show the examiner you're aware of your surroundings. Explaining how you're reacting to things on the road highlights your decision making and forward planning, which is a key skill.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit, then take the third left.
Ben has to follow the road ahead at the roundabout, second exit. The sign also showed that the second exit is ahead, so no signal is needed.
So I never know whether to indicate for those ones. There isn't a right hand turn, but that's sort of past 12 o'clock, so I could indicate, but as it's the red light, I'm going to not. And I'm going to go straight ahead. I'm going to just indicate. Is that going to be misleading? We'll find out.
Ben's signalling right, which isn't needed. Other road users may think he wants to turn all the way around this roundabout. Nice control. There's not normally enough time to signal to exit mini roundabouts, but if you do, then don't forget to cancel it after.
Oh, yeah, so make sure that's off.
Ben has to take the next road on the left. Some new drivers turn into this road too fast and aren't prepared for what might be in the next road. Ben turns at a really good speed and he's prepared for this car. Good mirror checks. Don't forget, before moving back to the left after parked vehicles, check the interior and then left mirror for any cyclists. At this speed, they could catch us up.
After 80 yards, turn left.
Ben's made this mistake too many times, resulting in a serious
Turn
fall.
left.
Although his mirror checks aren't always great, I like how he turns into side roads. He always seems ready for what might be in the next road. He's got the brake ready, and he's leaning forward for a better view. It's really good. So many new drivers turn into a road, and then they're surprised if there's an oncoming car in the middle of the road.
Go straight on.
Ben has to go ahead at this busy junction. Again, have a look at how well he's observing, constantly checking around and not staring in one place.
Oh, see, it's when they say go. Well, I failed because
Although you can't force your way out, Ben had two nice drivers that let him out. So it all worked out well. He made progress safely.
When it's safe, can you show me how you demist the rear window, please?
of course. So in my car, let me just go down. I'd press that one.
Thanks.
Cross the roundabout and take the second exit. Then you have reached
Second
your
exit.
destination.
I'm going to say, oh no, sorry. And now I've gone the wrong way. sorry, I didn't mean to do that. That doesn't count.
Ben realised his mistake and cancelled the signal, as he's going ahead and not turning left or right.
Sometimes they just say second exit when...
After 200 yards, you have reached your destination.
I overthought that one.
That's the end of the independent driving. You don't need to stop. I'll direct you from here. At the roundabout, follow the road ahead. Second exit, please.
Ben will have to keep in the left-hand lane at the roundabout and not drift into the right-hand lane, as he might get in the way of someone. A slight rollback, but not quite worth a fall. Ben keeps in the correct position, although he could have got up to second gear, but he did the roundabout safely. Some speed humps are a bit difficult to see. Ben drove over that one a bit too fast.
It's 30 around here, isn't it? So I should have gone a bit slower over those probably. I didn't know it's 30 around here.
At the end of the road, turn left, please.
It's difficult to see at this junction, but again, Ben observes well
Okay, right. I'm checking.
and creeps forward carefully.
Up here?
Oh, yes, please.
No problem.
Just going to go ahead to the car park, please.
Yep.
And we're going to follow it round to the left where the yellow gate is there.
Yeah.
It's time for the reverse bay parking exercise. He has to reverse into any bay on the left or right, so that he finishes within the lines.
Okay, no problem. Sorry, let's just get myself sorted. I hope they're not doing a test and I just got in their way.
Okay, you'll have to exit the car park, only because of the one-way system here.
Oh yeah, it's my bad. Okay. Sorry.
We'll turn right back into the car park, please.
Yep. Let me just go a bit slower this time. Can I go right here?
If you want to, yeah.
This is fine. Right, there's just learners everywhere. I don't want to get in anyone's way. I'm just going to hold tight for a second. Just see what everyone's doing, make sure I'm not in anyone's way. And then I'm going to go. Clutch controls. Just a bit different in different cars. Okay.
Good observations.
Overshot that bit. So.
You are allowed to pull forward to correct your parking. This would normally be a driving fault.
Not sure if you can. Do you mind if I do it again? Well, I've overshot it massively, so I was just trying to straighten up, but now I'm just sort of reversing it. Let's just slowly get this right now. So that's like. tiny little bit at the back. I guess that starts beeping louder as you get closer, doesn't it? Yeah, I'm going to go for it there.
Have you finished?
Yeah, I'm not happy with it, but I overshot it and then tried to correct, but then I eventually just sort of reversed in. But I have, in some ways, I think, reversed into a bay, and yeah, for that I'm finished. Unless
Okay.
I can do it again.
When it's safe, we will go round to the left and we'll exit the car park, please.
Okay.
The parking sensors beep in, and the bush behind can be scary, and it's a bit deceiving.
Sorry.
But unfortunately, the front of the car is sticking out of the bay. This is a serious fault. When he moves off, you can kind of see how much he was sticking out. Road signs are so useful.
Oh, have I gone the right? Yeah. This is.
Ben noticed he has to keep right here.
There was a sign.
But coming up is a stop sign and a stop line where he must come to a complete stop before going again.
At the end of the road, turn left, please.
Good mirror checks. He didn't stop, resulting in a serious fault. This is a test foul. They normally have stop signs at dangerous junctions where accidents have happened before. You must come to a complete stop at a stop line, even if you think it's safe not to stop.
So here I'm going to go into the. I would go into the left-hand lane, but there's a car there, so I'm not going to.
At the roundabout, follow the road ahead, please. Second exit.
Yeah. So I did want to get into the left lane there.
Well prepared for the roundabout, and a good position. I've asked Ben to pull up on the left and to ignore the driveways this time. It's the end of his mock driving test.
Just gonna. There we go. Straighten up a bit. Lovely. Am I in the way of the driveways? Is that okay? Yeah.
Thanks, that's fine.
Okay.
Make the car safe and secure now, you can switch off. Well, that's the end of the test. How do you think you've done?
I honestly don't know. I was really nervous. I think I did okay with some things. I had a couple of problems with the gears, which I was hopeful there weren't any cars around, so I didn't actually cause anyone to wait for me. I think I did okay. I honestly don't know if I passed or not.
Unfortunately, Ben didn't pass today. We had a chat after and went over the faults, so we can learn from them. The top 10 reasons for failing a driving test are all explained here. Watch this next so you don't make the same mistakes. Thanks a lot for watching, please like and subscribe, and bye for now.